This show, Line to Form Richard Hunt's Prints and Sculptures, is a great selection of works from MMoCA's permanent collection. We've got 2 bronze tabletop-sized sculptures, as well as some prints from our collection. There are a set of lithographs and also some paper pulp prints. They're all made at Lakeside Studio in Lakeside, Michigan, where Richard Hunt was a visiting artist in the late 1970s. My name is Eleanor Pschirrer-West. I'm assistant curator here at MMoCA, and I helped put together this show. Given that Hunt passed away in 2023, I think we have an opportunity and a responsibility to reflect upon this artist's legacy. He's a major American sculptor who was based in Chicago for his whole life, and so being a Midwest museum, it behooves us to look at the work that we have by him in our collection. Most people might know Richard Hunt as a sculptor, but we have this great set of prints, and this show is a great opportunity to see a different side of his work where he's exploring some of the same themes, but in a different medium. I think something that unifies Hunt's sculptural practice with these works on paper is form that moves from mechanical to organic and then back again. So a form will move across a space, whether that's the physical space if he's making a sculpture, or in works on paper, the page, and evolve as it moves across that space. I think the type of abstraction that Hunt was interested in, you can see play out across the lithographs. So these mechanical forms that transform into organic forms, almost like branches or roots reaching across the page. I think you can see that done differently in each one, and that creates a different sense of depth depending on the work. So in these prints, because they're prints, Hunt is able to add complexity to forms he explored in sculpture because he's not limited by the physical constraints of sculptural form. So on a page, things can multiply and layer in a way that they can't in physical space. When you're in this space, we have 2 bronze sculptures. One is green all over, but it's a smooth green, and that's okay because it's the patina of the work. The one that we're concerned about is sort of a brown bronze color, but then with one green, blue, fuzzy spot on it, and that is the corrosion that we call bronze disease. So there's a chloride reaction on the surface of the bronze that starts to eat away at the material. And this can happen in a bunch of different ways, but it can be seen as pitting on the surface of the metal, and it's something that we'll need to treat by breaking down that very surface of the whole piece and then rebuilding it. No matter what our best efforts are, that's just the part of collections care that museums have to think about. So we need to check in on objects pretty frequently to make sure that they're changing in ways that are expected. So when something like this pops up, it's an opportunity to learn about the object more, to see why this might be happening and what we can do to prevent it. So after this show is done, we are going to conserve this work, but we wanted to show it so that it gives visitors an opportunity to learn more about what's going on scientifically with the bronze, and also what we do when we notice things like this. At most museums, you're not going to see work that needs conservation. And I think it's an exciting opportunity to be transparent with our visitors about the real work that goes on behind the scenes. I like this show because I think there are multiple things for people to take away from it. Whether you're interested in printmaking itself, we've got explanations of how that works for people who are learning about it. We also have different types of prints, so there are lithographs and there are paper pulp prints. We also have the sculpture, which people might be more familiar with in terms of Hunt's work. I think there are multiple threads that visitors are going to be able to latch onto here, whether you're a fan of abstract work or you're interested in collections care or printmaking.